This is a video about a man named Stanley. Stanley spent a large amount of time in front of his computer at home, pushing buttons on a keyboard. He would play games and create worlds on this computer using those very buttons. What difficulty will the game be today? What project will I work on next? Has there been any updates for any games? Any new messages to respond to? These are the questions that he spent countless hours asking himself in front of his computer. And while others spend just as much time working towards a grander goal that would lead him into an important role into their society, Stanley was content creating, playing, and modifying dozens of these digital worlds. To have a say in the making of whole realities, and to take part in those of others. And Stanley was happy. And then, one day, something came over Stanley, a thought that never crossed his mind till this very moment. Over many years of simply playing games and working on projects, he had gathered the resources that he could use to share his creations with the world, even if he could only reach a few dozen. However small his start may be, perhaps he may grow into something others will grow fond of, to grant even moments of their time to say, "I wonder what he'll do next." Upon realizing this, he set out on his first goal, to talk, record, and edit far more than he did before. For example, this project, the first of many, is to retell every single ending within the Stanley Parable, though told in such a way as to not spend half an hour to do so. Let's see how it goes. So I'm going to start off with how I'm going to format this insanity that I'm putting myself through. It's going to be kind of simple. We'll first start off with all of the left door endings, and then go into the right door endings, do some miscellaneous stuff, new contents, that kind of stuff. We'll see how it goes. I have no idea if I'll even be able to condense all of this down to 30 minutes, but I'm gonna try anyways. So the very first ending we're going to be doing is the freedom ending. We basically do everything the narrator tells us, go up the stairs, go through our boss's office, gain access to the door. Alright, thank you, narrator. At least he knows I'm in a hurry, thank you very much. We go down the elevator and we get started with the story. So after we go down the elevator, we go past the escape route into the giant monitor facility room that monitors the facility with monitors. We find ourselves another elevator, go up into the mind control facility, look at some buttons, don't press any buttons until we get to this button, press the off button, and you get the freedom ending. In turning it off, we gain access to this really amazing door that does take a pretty long while to open up. Like, you could easily stand here for maybe an hour and it would still try to open up. I sped up the footage to make it easier, thank goodness. Finally, and after an hour of waiting, I finally get to obtain my freedom by doing what the narrator says and stepping over this boundary to gain my freedom. I'm almost certain there's a metaphor in this or something like that. So yeah, we obtain our freedom by doing everything the narrator tells us to do. We step outside, oh look at all this beauty, and reset. Alright, back to the beginning. Anyways, freedom ending over, on to the countdown ending. Give me a moment to get there.
Here's the door, just go.
Thank you very much, narrator. Alright, so the countdown ending, it's fairly simple. You basically do everything the narrator tells you to do except the very last choice, where whenever you come up to the system power, you, instead of turning it off, turn it on.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
I did. I wanted to take over everything.
Years you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
What? I didn't want this.
Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
But yeah, a few seconds remaining, blah blah yada yada. You gotta wait a little while till the countdown's over before everything explodes. Oh wait, hold on. I found the reset button. Boop.
To discover not an
It's
indication
2, 8, 4, 5.
Shocked, Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
But, dude, I am actually under a time limit. Please hurry up.
For a few moments with some calming new age music.
But I want to actually get done with this. No. I don't have time. Please. I do not have time.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
finally! So to get to the museum ending, we go away from the mind control facility and go down the escape route. Let's go down that real quick. Zoom! Up! Oh. Oh, we hit the bottom. Anyways, now we're in this death chamber and we're about to be crushed. Oh, that's another one flat.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helpless.
Alright, we're too slow. I'm gonna pick up the pace. We go through this door and now we're in the museum. Look at the museum. Isn't it amazing? So what's in the museum exactly? Oh, there's a lot of things. As you can see, there's a map of the main office over here. There's filing cabinets, some computers, actual credits, a few different buttons with numbers on them, different doors with numbers on them. What else is there? Let's see, what else is there's the office in its entirety, including a cardboard box and a plant. Ooh, the maintenance room. I love the maintenance room. It's amazing. This might be worth a walk around. Although I don't have that kind of time, so I'm just gonna go on to the next ending. Off we go.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could
Were
it
they
mean?
gone? I don't know.
Stanley
They may or may
decided
not
to
be
go to the
gone.
meeting.
It's hard to tell.
Perhaps.
So, what ending comes before that? Well, that'll be this ending. It's right over... wait. Let's see if I can...
Okay, I think we all...
Oh! There we go. What the... Oh! Ooh. I don't think the game liked that very much. We gotta get to the escape pod. Quick, to the beginning of the game. Wait a sec. I need that. Alright, started the whole game, and there's a new door that opened. Let's go in and find out what's inside. You are now leaving. We are going to get through the escape pod and get out of this game. Alright, there's the escape pod. We can actually get out of this game. I've been stuck in here for I think these rooms are starting to be kind of familiar. I've been walking for like an hour and this has been the same. This isn't correct. It's not. What? Hold on a second. Why is the door closing behind me? What? Where's my feet? This doesn't make any sense. Ah, okay. I would like to get something from the machine. Oh shoot, I don't have any change. Quarter. Quarter? Quarter. Is there a quarter in that one? No. I can't believe it. There's no quarters anywhere. These rooms are repeating way too much. I cannot believe how huge this complex is. This is insane. I said, I think I'm losing it. I think I've passed that machine about 50 times so far. I don't know how far this goes. Okay. I'm just gonna close my eyes real quick and use my imaginative powers to create a pile of quarters in front of me. Okay. Alright. A stained coffee mug. A stained coffee mug. No, I cannot. No, this is absurd. No, I cannot believe it. No. I need the quarters. I need a cold drink, please. I don't want this. No, I want this out of here. I just want out of here already. I want out of here. Let's see. There's...
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
You're right, narrator. I did get back on track. Because there's actually one thing around here that I want to get. Here we go. Alright. Now I gotta go take this elevator real quick. Alright. This is a long elevator. Oh, here we go. So anyways, that should be all of the endings on the left side. If you think I'm missing a few, I'll get to those later. Anyways, on to the right side, and the first one we're going to do is the developer ending. So to get over there, you go across the cargo lift, jump off the cargo lift, get into the blue door, play a baby game, and there is an ending here, except you need to play it for 4 hours to get an ending. This is an actual ending. It's not worth it. It's 4 hours of doing this. It's not fun. Anyways, the narrator thinks we just don't like the game, so we go into a different game. So we'll start off with Firewatch, we play for a bit, and this game is too open. Let's go play something else, like Rocket League that has walls everywhere. At some point we just get tired of the narrator and just fall down an infinite hole and find ourselves in Stanley Parable 2007. Or whenever the first version of the game came out.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world.
Oh. Yes! Yes! So many buttons to press at long last! So anyways, back to our regularly scheduled program with Stanley Parable endings. Continuing with the red door instead of the blue door. Doing so, you'll find yourself in the Zending. Look at all these wonderful wait, where am I going? Wait, hold on. Wait, no, I want to go back. Wait, no. Wait, no, what are you doing? No.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Okay, so we've seen what happens if we go through the red and blue door, but what happens if we go across the whole cargo loader thing and let's see what's on the other side? What's there? So if you actually are very patient with the narrator and get to the other side of the cargo lift you find yourself into this dark room. Within this dark room is a telephone. When you pick up the telephone, you'll be transported to your apartment, where you get to meet your loving wife, and there's no wife, it's actually a mannequin.
Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
I can move around. I want to
Sorry,
check.
but you're in my story now.
So basically we're forced into a story of the narrator's control where we're told that we only press buttons, and that's kind of all that we do. And you know what? He's kind of right. I'm actually pressing buttons right now, making this video. That's all we do. We gotta do something to stop pressing buttons. Or something. I think that's supposed to be the message, but in reality we are always bound by buttons. There's a philosophical debate that could be had, but I haven't the time for that. On to the next one. So the out of bounds ending, how do we get to that one? Well, we actually go over here, go next to this chair, you shimmy up the chair, go up the computer, eventually go up the computer, and then you get outside. It's so weird. You're supposed to think that, oh, this is a very witty ending for being able to think about going out of bounds. How cool it is. Eventually, the narrator asks if you are or are not tired of this gag of going out of bounds but not really. And you actually get two separate endings whether you press yes or no, and they are just as boring as you might imagine. You have to actually restart manually to get out of these. They just take forever. Alright, we're in the final stretch. We've got two more endings to do, and they're both down the right door. Let's get them over with. Up next is the confusion ending, and it happens if you go down the maintenance hatch and you take this button. Now, I'm gonna say real quick, the confusion ending's gonna get a bit more show than the other ones, because it's my favorite of the original endings. So confusion ending, how does it start? How does it end? Well, at the beginning you basically go really off track. The narrator tries to get you back on track, but inadvertently shows you a spoiler for the freedom ending, because we definitely haven't done that one yet. The narrator, defeated as all get out, is like, oh, I'm gonna reset the game. And then you reset, everything's normal, up until...
When Stanley... Wait, what?
When you get to the 2 open doors room, it's now the 6 open doors room. So the narrator is like, oh, I don't know which door to go down, so we'll just go down any of them, and then we go down any of them. Let's see how far I can get before we restart. Because these things are basically the back rooms, and there's just no solid sense to any of the corridors. They loop back in on themselves so many times. Like, look, we're back in the room, we were just over there. The narrator, sick of not being able to find any actual end to these corridors, decides to reset the game yet again. Everything's normal. Maybe?
Okay, yep, it's worse.
Well, now the narrator doesn't know what to do, so he just does the only logical thing and declares us the winner! Congratulations to everybody, you've won it all. And there's like no reason to actually win, is there? Oh, he wants a reset now, okay. This time he's employed the power of the Stanley Parable adventure line, and this is where things take a turn for the better. Instead of going down the normal path, you take a detour, and you go down corridors you're never supposed to be down in the first place. Off we go, follow the yellow line. And I just kind of squiggle around everywhere, I'm not sure where we're going at this point.
Cut the music, go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully.
Nope, I guess we gotta follow the line until we get to the monitor room again. We're spoiled. Reset time. Alright, time to follow the adventure line again. Or not. Let's take an alternate route. Okay, we're going down another hallway. Let's see if we can find anything interesting.
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending.
But yeah, the confusion ending, it's this long line of stuff. Eventually the game gets tired of not being a game and restarts itself, resetting everything again. Narrator completely forgetting everything. Alright, on to the final ending of the original. I didn't know the line could get down there. But yeah, back to business. The choices ending is a very odd one. So in the apartment ending, instead of picking up the phone, you pull out the plug.
Oh, no, you can't. Did you just unplug the phone?
So upon unplugging the phone, apparently according to the game, this is a incorrect choice. A choice that's not even supposed to be possible. Of course it's possible now, but in the game that's not supposed to be. And due to this incorrect choice logic, the game just kind of breaks down and all reality folds in front of you.
But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
After suffering an overload of narrative contradiction, the game resets with you on top of the ceiling of Stanley, and unable to make any more choices. And with this, the game works, or something, I'm not sure. But that concludes the original content of the Stanley Parable. Yes, I missed a few things, but I'm getting to those later. Well, that's the end of the original Stanley Parable endings, but those who know the truth know the facts. That the end is never the end, 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 because we get to go into the new content room now. Oh boy, it's the new content. It's the jump circle! Oh, incredible, finally I can be able to jump in the Stanley Parable. Now I'm gonna stop right there, because those are the amount of jumps that I have remaining before I cannot jump anymore. Legitimately, that is all of the jumps that I have access to. Oh, but what new content is there? That's it. That's all the new content.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fanbase rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable.
Okay, so the new content wasn't exactly what we intended, but you know what we can do? We can go back to the past, back into the memory zone, back down memory lane, and relive the memories of those old endings. Ah, I remember all those endings. Good times. So amazing. All of them amazing. No, wait, what's down here? It can't be!
Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor.
That is actual in-game dialogue. At some point after rummaging through the bad reviews on Steam, the narrator finds one that suggests adding in a
A skip button. Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that.
You know what? I agree with him. Let's add in a skip button. Normally, the skip button just allows us to skip past the narrator's dialogue so we don't have to hear him ramble on for an eon or two. But just for the fun of it, I stick together a little bit of voice lines, a little bit of music, and try to make something out of it. I have no idea if it's any good. Let's find out.
End is never the end, 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 is never the end.
It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability, it's the unwilling.
Oh, so I got an email from the narrator. It basically says, hey, come to the new content. There's new content there. And I'm like, ah, fine, I'll go check out what this new content is. The new content is actually the Stanley Parable 2 Expo, in which the narrator basically expressing his frustration with the lackluster performance of the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, seeing as that it only contained the jump circle and nothing else, decides to add in a bunch of his own new features into a new game he calls the Stanley Parable 2. New features that are introduced in the Stanley Parable 2 include, but are not limited to, decorative balloons, the button that says the name of the player that's playing the game, an infinite hole, a free achievement machine, a reality warping bucket, don't ask questions about it, and various collectibles, with the reward being for collecting them all, nothing! And that's the greatest reward of all. On top of it all, it comes with a snazzy new title screen. Oh, okay, no joke, this actually looks sick, and I would like for this to be an actual title screen in an actual game. Well, this is a game within a game, so it's still the Stanley Parable. It's just the second one. Anyways, on to the new endings for the Stanley Parable 2. Our first ending is the elevator ending, where you go to the elevator behind the boss's off. Wait, what is it? Oh, it's one of the collectibles!
We found one of them. One of the
Sick.
miniature Stanley figurines.
Anyways, you go down the elevator, then you go back up the elevator, then you go back down the elevator, then you go back up the elevator, then you go back down the elevator, and then you go back up. Eventually, the narrator gets so perplexed by your aimless shenanigans that he actually hosts a press conference to interview you on your aimless shenanigans, in which you just kind of black out from all of the attention, or something like that. Anyways, next ending. The next ending is the bottom of the mind control facility ending, which you access by getting to the, well, bottom of the mind control facility. Now how do you do that? You go up this chair, on this table, around that lamp, and fall off.
Good job, you did it. Good job. 3, 2, 1. Good job, you made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. You jumped on the catwalk. You should have been careful.
No, I think I'm just gonna let that go on for a bit. I got other things to do, like finding the collectibles and... Oh, hello bucket, you're coming with me. I might need you later. So I think there's like one other ending that I gotta get to, but I'll get to that later. It's kind of a ways. I think there's a collectible over here.
Good job, you did it. 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 Good job, you did it.
What? Wait. What was happening? Why had the door stopped?
The facility wants the bucket. No. I cannot let it get the bucket. I gotta restart the game. Wait. Why do I have these feelings for the bucket?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it be?
Bucket reality warping power right there.
Oh, good, Stanley, you're here. Come quick. I found a bunch of videos on silly birds. Come look.
An image appeared upon the enormous screen. Birds. Silly birds.
Look at all these silly birds. Do you remember all the time we spent together?
The time we spent together? What are you talking about?
Remember the time we spent at the bottom of the mind control facility?
Oh yeah, I remember. Down in the bottom of the mind control facility. We had a whole apartment down there. It was kind of nice. Man, those were the days. There was also a bucket museum that we visited sometime afterwards. Man, I've learned so much from that. Where did all that go? It seems so perfect.
I know where it went wrong. The press conference. Your lowest point. You would never stop talking about that number 3. I tried to stop you, but I couldn't. That day, I saw you lose yourself. I'm sorry, Stanley, but I am leaving you. Perhaps we may meet again someday. Goodbye.
It's just a dream. Just a dream. About a bucket. Wait, no. This is all wrong. This is wrong. This is too wrong. What was I doing? The collectibles. The collectibles. Okay. I know there was another one in this warehouse. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Wonderful. Oh, and there's the vent to the last ending that I haven't gotten to yet. So down here in this vent we find a giant warehouse full of tape recordings. Most of them seem to be from the narrator. Especially this one that's just playing on loop. Does that mean the narrator was a recording the whole time? Surely not.
You didn't think I was actually just a recording, did you? What a silly
And then the narrator interjects in.
Back and forth between you and me, all the
Wonder why we would think it was a recording or a dream or anything like that. It's like, oh, it's all real.
In Stanley's head. I bet that's the kind of twist you think is revelatory.
Let's see, there's the collectible.
I wonder if he knows I'm
Wait a second.
Uh-oh.
What? No. Hold up. That bucket wasn't supposed to be there. This is confusing. What's going on? Why are there buckets everywhere now? No. Oh, no, this is getting out of hand. I have to put a stop to this. Alright, to at least hold over till I can figure out something to do. Let's see, sticker. And sticker. There we go, at least I can keep track of this bucket with these stickers now. I'll just try to find the other collectibles till I can figure something out.
No, stop. Look there
Wait,
on the wall.
What?
You see, there's a sign right there. It says, no buckets past this point.
No buckets beyond this point sign? Why is that even a thing?
So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment.
Well, I guess we're taking a quiz now on, is this a bucket? I don't know why I said it like that.
Don't worry, Stanley, I know the answers to this, for I am a bucket. First-hand experience, you know.
Item 1. Is this a bucket?
Just follow my lead. We'll get through this no problem. No, yes,
Item
no, yes.
Is this a bucket?
Maybe,
Trick question.
possibly.
Am I a bucket?
Turns out everything's a bucket.
This is the truth of the bucket. Everything is a bucket.
Lately, I've been concerned about
not this
Wouldn't you be
again.
concerned as well? To see him delusional like
Wait.
this, obsessing over an
Why are
inanimate
you
metal
in my house? What are you doing here?
I am a part of you now, Stanley. You cannot change this.
That's it, Bucket. This has gone way too far. I've got a few questions for you. But not here. Let's go over here. Alright, Bucket, it's time to talk. What exactly are you?
Me? You ask what I am? You should go back to that tape room. You'll find an answer somewhere there. Let me help you get there. I know a shortcut.
Yum 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 yum.
Jeez, I'm never gonna get used to that. Oh, I'm in the tape room already. Well, at least he kept his word. Let's see, I think this one might have something. Entry XVII. I wake, to then wake, to then wake again. The end is never the end, is never the end. I wake forevermore, yet never from a dream. Is the bucket to blame? That cursed bucket? Bewitched by the dreaded wizard Gamberata? What would the others think? Gamberata? Who the heck is Gamberata? Wait, he mentioned the others. Yeah, oh yes, the others. I have an idea.
Wait, where are we going? Where are we going?
Hello everybody, and welcome to Bucket Destroyer Con, year 552. Today's topic is the actual destruction of the bucket.
what?
This has gone on for far too long. The bucket
hold it.
has broken
can't do this to
reality
me.
for
No,
way
no.
too long. It's time for him to end.
What difference will it make?
The bucket is too strong. The bucket has far too much power to be simply destroyed. What evidence have you that today will be different? Ah, well, you see, I've been diving into Employee 432's files. He has a record of everyone that's ever existed,
Wait, what?
including the dreaded wizard Gambarata.
No.
And within that file was his location,
Oh no, it's gonna work.
the very bowels of this facility. It'll be a long and tedious journey, but given enough time, we'll eventually... Oh, there he is. Oh, how convenient he turned into a machine specifically designed to destroy buckets.
No!
What
my worst
unique
nightmare.
character development. Well, so long, Bucket. In you go.
No!
Whoa, hold on. Stanley, I was joking. Obviously, the bucket isn't talking to you and telling you to do things. Buckets can't talk. It was a joke. Don't you get the joke? It's funny, Stanley.
Wait. What do you mean this was all a joke?
Can't you see? Oh, goodness.
Wait, hold on. You just can't end this whole scenario with a "it was just a dream" scenario. That's dumb. Wait.
I can feel it.
Oh, I see
This
now.
time, I'm really going to nail the delivery. You'll be in stitches. A talking bucket, you'll say? How ridiculous. Oh,
Well,
so
I'll
what a
just
hilarious
leave you to it. I've got the rest of the collectibles to collect.
What you'll call me. Thank goodness we
Let's
have-
see. I know there was one over... Ah, here it is.
Who knows where we'd be right now? Well, I wouldn't be the king of comedy, that's for sure.
And then finally, at long last, the final Stanley figurine. Or whatever they are. I don't know what these are.
Oh, I'll figure it out.
Well, that's it. I finally found all the collectibles. Ah, man, what a journey that was. What even happened back there? I'm not even sure. Let's see, so there was the last two collectibles that we got. There was the whole bucket fiasco, and I'm glad that's over with. I think there were a few other collectibles before then. There was a poorly made song, the Stanley Parable 2 Expo, the original endings to the game. I feel like I'm missing something. Was there something before it? Oh yeah, the introduction. Jeez, that feels like an eternity ago. No, wait, no, there's something before it. What was it? I remember some months ago when I started this project, with the intention of challenging myself to somehow improve after learning so much already. I felt so limited back then, but now, I feel like I can do anything. Given enough time, of course, but I'm getting ahead of myself. I need to finish this video first before I do anything else. A finished product is always the hardest part of any project, as I always say. Alright, one last run to make sure it all works out. Maybe put a little spin on it this time. This is a story of a man named Stanley. Stanley was an office employee in an office building where he was employee 427. Employee 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk and pushed buttons on his screen, not his keyboard. He also picked up the phone occasionally, along with the pencils on his side, to put against his head, and then act like he was calling someone. With the phone, with the pencil as the dial tone. Beep 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 beep. If you look at the far right of the desk, you'll see that there is a coffee mug. There is no coffee mug in this entire game. Actually, it's a coaster, not a coffee mug. If you look at the top right why is there a desk lamp above some filing cabinets where it's not even used? Actually, it is being used now that I look at it very closely. The Stanley Parable is actually terrible. The Stanley Parable is the Stanley Parable of parables, where Stanleys to pairs the parables. Within you understand that there will be the Stanley Parable. Absolutely terrible is what you would say the parable of the Stanley is. You can see that there's an umbrella in the bottom left of the thing for some odd reason. Anyways, there's a screen over here that requires you to enter a thingamabobber. I did not realize that there's a clock at this part of the game. I do not like that there is even a clock at this part of the game. No. I did it? I think all of the Stanley Parable endings in 30 minutes? Or I guess as much of them as I could fit in with what time I got. Man, those bucket endings threw me for a loop. I didn't realize how condensed I had to have everything for 30 minutes. I cannot describe this game in 30 minutes. That's actually impossible. Oh well, did my best. And I'm not counting any time after that. This is my time to talk. Achievements are a strange subject. What exactly does it mean to achieve something? To be able to walk 5 miles a day? To get to the moon? To create something memorable? To summarize the entirety of the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe in under 30 minutes? You could literally make an achievement out of anything. The only thing that really matters is the amount of time you spent doing it. I've spent months on this project and I'm glad I finally got it done. Even if just only a few people end up watching it. To me, this was a great achievement. But I'm not done with this game, oh no. There's one more thing I gotta do. And that's literally to not play it for 10 years. What do I mean by this? I've got every other achievement in the game, even though they're kinda easy. Except for this one. To go outside. To not play the Stanley Parable for 10 years, and people have already done it somehow. Okay, there's a cheat, but like, what's the point of cheating that? That's like a hollow victory kind of ordeal. Like 10 years though, jeez. What'll I even be at that point? Would I still even care about this game or even remember it? Would I still even use this channel? Oh. Gosh, by that point I hope I have a different mascot for my channel than just this sprite from One Shot. Something that's just not a mirrored reflection of what I like. Reflection. Huh. Okay, those who know the origin of the sprite will know what I'm talking about when I say reflection, and then you look at my face. But if you don't know, go check out One Shot. It'll make more sense. I think I'll just stop there. Oh, one quick message. Hello, future Dean. Hope you're doing well. Life's a little weird when I am. I got school done. I've got 2 jobs at the moment. I hope you got that house fixed up and you've got someone to share it with. Oh, sorry about what happened, or whatever it is. Hope it gets better. And remember, don't forget, I'm right there with you. No matter when you may be, never forget what you were, and don't neglect what you can become. Do what you can with what little you have, one bit at a time, even if it takes a day to do it. Alright, that's a message to future me. 10 years later, I'll look back on this and be like, man, he's cringe. Oh well, I'll respond to myself 10 years from now. Man, that's gonna be weird. As for everyone else watching, thank you so much for sitting through this insanity that I cooked up. I think there's supposed to be some kind of YouTuber spill that I should be doing, but I don't feel like doing that. Hope you enjoyed the video, at least some amount, and you all have a good night.